St. Patrick's Day is all about going green, everything from clothes to beer and green hair too. But if you want a truly green St. Patty's Day, why not kick it up a notch with an element of sustainability? Sustainable expert Lauren Olson has a list of ways to celebrate without the waste. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So what are some of the green ideas you want to share with our audience?
Well, one of the big things that you can always do is cut food waste out of the landfill. So anything that you can do in terms of starting your own compost pile or just buying less food so it doesn't go bad as often, or if you're having a celebration, just cutting back on the amount of food that you're buying to make sure that you're using it all effectively. Every time that you put food waste into the landfill, it creates methane, and methane is a very powerful greenhouse gas.
Now, if someone wants to start practicing this actively, do you have any tips on how to plan a zero waste menu?
Yeah, so some things you can do is just there's a bunch of tips online about meal planning and things like that. But one of my favorite things to do is also just have, world centric or some other type of compostables nearby, and then you can always just give your leftovers away to all of your guests. So to make sure that, everything's used effectively and it's not going into the landfill.
And when it comes to St. Patrick's Day, do you have any ideas for celebrating that safely and sustainably?
Yeah, of course, follow CDC guidelines. So whatever you can do to be safe, staying outside, wearing masks, etc. But that's another area where compostables are great because there's less cleanup. You can put everything in your compostable bag afterwards. You can also separate out your different snacks and things like that. When I had a picnic recently, we just put our different snacks in a cup, and that was an easy way to distribute food to guests without having them congregate somewhere.
And you are a sustainability expert with World Centric. So tell me what World Centric provides. What do you guys do there?
Yeah, we make all of our takeout and food service ware out of plants, and everything is certified to be completely compostable in a commercial composting facility, as well as we have some products that you can compost in your backyard. So it's a great way to utilize disposables and feel a little less guilty about it.
I know in the pandemic, as a lot of us have, tried to support our local businesses, we do a lot of takeout. So it's a lot more of these to-go containers. And I know that I always feel like, gosh, is this one recyclable? Is this compostable? Any more advice on how to be more conscious about that? And what's a good place to start if you're really trying to live a more sustainable lifestyle?
Yeah, one thing that you can do is when you call in your takeout order is just make sure that there's no napkins or cutlery that they're giving you, because most likely you're eating it at home, so you don't need those sort of things. Reusable is always best, but do reward the restaurants that are using compostables because they're taking that extra effort to really green their takeout, which is so important, just with everyone utilizing takeout at this time, and as we should, because we really do need to support particularly our independent restaurants who are really feeling the full effects of the pandemic right now.
And Lauren, I know it kind of depends on where you grew up and where you live. Some communities are a little bit more on that sustainability trend than others. So what do you say to people who think, oh, it's too hard to start living that way?
Just take a small step and go from there. So it might be, for example, not buying individually packaged snacks and things like that, maybe just buying in bulk, putting it into smaller containers. It might be reusing towels at home that you're washing instead of using paper towel. Just pick one thing and start with it and just see how it goes and really expand from there.
Very good. Great tips. We appreciate you joining us. Have a happy St. Patty's Day this Wednesday. If you want to learn more about minimizing your carbon footprint, visit worldcentric.com.